Are you looking for the best vacuum sealers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best vacuum on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Nesco VS12 Vacuum Sealer. Great for beginners and pros alike, the Nesco is simple to understand and use. It did a great job in our tests, thoroughly sealing everything we bagged. When sealing chicken, the plastic formed to the breast completely, and the bag didn't leak during sous vide cooking. The gentle cycle wasn't gentle enough for Chex cereal, but the vacuum can be stopped manually, which kept our raspberries from getting smashed and juiced. After sealing, we didn't see any air seeping back into the bags, so we are confident that they achieved a strong seal. We love that this machine uses a lever to hold it closed for sealing, but the waiting time of 2 minutes before sealing the next bag is less convenient. The machine will operate before that time is up, but the wait is suggested for the best result. The instructions also note that when choosing the manual seal button, the button won't operate for at least 15 seconds after the last use. It's not a long wait, but it might take slightly longer when making batches of bags from the 2 included rolls of plastic. When vacuum sealing cooked chicken during testing, the machine's power was just a bit much. It sucked so much moisture from the bag that it wouldn't seal, even though the moist setting was used. Unlike several other machines we tested, it does not include a handheld vacuum. At number 2. Vevor Chamber Vacuum Sealer. Heavy and bulky, this model looks rather industrial. It would be at home in a restaurant. But with that comes a machine that can hold up to a lot of vacuum sealing. One thing that chamber vacuums can do that's pretty amazing is that they can handle any sort of wet foods, including soups, sauces, or even a bag full of water. We previously rated the Anova Precision Chamber Vacuum Sealer as our favorite chamber vacuum sealer, but this one outperformed it in our tests. The instructions were a little vague, so this might be best for vacuum sealing pros. There are no presets, however. The user has complete control of vacuuming, sealing, and cooling times. Because of that, this chamber vacuum sealer did great when sealing Chex and raspberries. We were able to remove all the air but stop the machine before it crushed or bruised the food. It might take some trial and error to find the perfect setting, but it's worth it for someone who will use it a lot. This machine has a thicker sealing bar for a superior seal and a rod that runs across the bar to keep bags closed and aligned. Because this is a more of an industrial machine, the user needs to monitor the vacuum pump oil level and add more as necessary, but we felt that it was reasonable maintenance for the quality of this machine. At number 3. FoodSaver 2-in-1 Vacuum Sealing System. This vacuum sealer from FoodSaver is pricey, but it features a combination of a standard option and a handheld vacuum. The handheld vacuum is fully removable, so you can carry it outside to seal after grilling or simply to the other side of the counter. The unit sealed our chicken well, but since there's no pulse or gentle setting, it can be rough on delicate foods. During testing, cereal started to crunch before the vacuum was complete. However, it's possible to stop the vacuuming process by pressing the seal button. When we used that method, delicate foods were better protected, although there was air left in the bag with raspberries. While we like this machine for beginners, it's on the pricey side. But the innovative handheld tool works on its own, and we're here for it. After testing, we feel like this machine is easy enough for anyone new to vacuum sealing, despite the high price tag, and that the manual and illustrations are useful. As a compact model, there is no onboard bag storage or bag cutter, so you need to cut your own bags from a roll or buy pre-made bags. At number 4. Geryon Vacuum Sealer Machine. This machine is one of the cheapest models we have ever tested, but it's from a brand that knows its vacuum sealers. Geryon makes a range of models up to and including a $1,400 commercial option. And its E2900 MS offers options that many much pricier models don't even have. You can choose from gentle or normal vacuum strength as well as whether you're sealing dry or moist foods. There's also an accessory port and hose for sealing jars, canisters, and other containers, though like with most other sealers, you'll have to buy those separately. The Geryon has a fairly powerful motor and had no trouble pulling a good vacuum and solid seal around marinated meats of different shapes and sizes in various rounds of tests. Its heat seals held firm and watertight through all of our tests, including cooking, but it didn't quite suck all the air out of the bag in which we sealed an avocado half. It got brown in a few spots where bubbles remained. We were pleasantly surprised with the gentle mode, too. It crushed some of the cereal we vacuum packed, but a smaller proportion than all but a handful of competitors. Another convenient feature is that the machine comes apart completely for cleaning. You can detach the lid, where the motor and controls live, and then rinse the bottom half off in the sink. The touch controls and operation of this machine are quite simple, though it takes a bit of force to get the lid to close and seal. It's a minor quibble, but we did find the buttons to be very sensitive. We accidentally turned it on before we meant to a few times when loading up the bag in food. Overall, this may not be the very best vacuum sealer you can buy, but with its low price, it's a pretty incredible value. At number 5. FoodSaver VS 5960 Elite All-in-One Liquid Plus Vacuum Sealer. This vacuum sealer did a great job sealing chicken before cooking with a sous vide cooker, and the pulse function made it easy to handle delicate foods, like cereal and raspberries. However, there was a bit of air left in the berry bag. If we had continued, the raspberries likely would have been crushed. Aside from the pulse feature, there is no other way to handle delicate foods. A sensor detects when a bag has been inserted for vacuuming, the lid shuts, and the vacuum process begins. Some might find that useful, but it could also be annoying for people who prefer to handle it themselves. While no vacuum sealer is going to let you completely vacuum and seal a bag of water, this one's design makes it a bit better for thick liquids and juicy foods. Because the vacuum area is raised, liquids won't flow there on their own. However, the vacuum will draw moisture upward, so it's best to watch carefully to make sure the bag is sealed before liquid is sucked into the pump. The manual that came with this machine was thorough, and the tip section included useful information. Although feeding the bag roll and closing the machine is a little awkward, the machine is still easy to use for beginners. The included presets make it more user-friendly, and once the first bag is made from a roll, the next automatically gets a seal. We like that a rest period wasn't needed after sealing bags.